Hello everyone, this is Mr. K with Young Engineers. Today, this is a recap of our 5th and 6th grade webinar that took place on October 7th, 2015. Alright, we're going to continue our design process in 3D design. We're moving from Tinkercad into 123 Design, which are both owned by Autodesk. Basically, this will be an overview, show you how to download the software, with making an account and getting started. Alright, 123 Design is a free, powerful yet simple 3D creation editing tool which supports many new 3D printers. What does CAD stand for? Computer Aided Design. CAD is used in many industries to model and test potential design in 3 dimensions. Automotive, aerospace manufacturing, graphics, and many other fields. And students are using CAD for the design process and iterative design and prototyping. Learning a CAD program is like learning a new language. Each program uses different inputs to achieve a similar goal. Proficiency in one CAD program makes it easier for you to learn others. Here we're going to be learning 123 Design because it's free, it's easy to use, and it's fun. Alright, you will go to this website, and depending on if you're using a Microsoft or Mac computer, you will click on these and you'll do your respective installation process. Tip with the Mac, it will ask you to go to your App Store to download it on your Mac, which is fine. It'll redirect you. Alright, so you can see there. Now this should take 5, maybe 10 minutes depending on your computer. Now, if it asks you to do any changes or to run it, please say yes. Alright, this is for Windows. Macs are a little bit easier because it just downloads, it pops open, you just drag and drop it into your applications folder. If it does ask you to install Mesh Mixer, you don't have to. Alright, and once it's installed, you'll run it. This software runs on your computer. So you'll have an icon on your desktop in your start menu in your applications folder, and you will go to that. And this is not running out of a browser like Tinkercad. Tinkercad is browser-based. This is not. Alright, if you need to make an account, here are the exceptions for that. But if you already have a Tinkercad account, like we've already made, we can use that same account, since both of these products are owned by Autodesk. Alright, now this is the steps if you were going to make an account. All you need to do is go to here on Sign In after you click on the icon on your computer. And that allows you to save your work to the software. Now this is your work plane or workspace. This is your file menu. I ask you to explore this. You can do new, you can open old project, you can insert, you can import SVGs as we covered SVGs last week. We can go over save, you can save and copy, you can export, send to, you can 3D print, etc. Alright, the right side panel has options to change your view. This is the view cube. You click on the side to quickly change the view. Slightly above it to the left, about here, it's hidden, but if you put your cursor there, you'll see it is a home button. It will home you back to this view. Here's what it's like if you use this tool. Now, here are all the view tools that are below the view cube. Okay, let's go over those. We have the pan, which collides your view across the screen. We have the orbit, which rotates your view around the workspace. And we have the zoom. It zooms in or out. Click and hold down the mouse button. Down zooms in, up zooms out. Now be careful that you don't zoom extremely far out or extremely far in. It makes it disorienting. You can use the home button to do that, or another button we'll learn about soon enough, such as the fit. Alright, we'll explain these three a little bit later, the fit, materials, and outlines, and show, because we need an object first. Now this is your grid visibility. It turns grid lines in the workspace on or off. You should always keep the grid on during these lessons. There are some CAD software, such as Autodesk Inventor, or AutoCAD, as well as SolidWorks, who just don't use in SketchUp. Don't use grids or a workspace. Okay. Now, this is your grouping while snapping turns this feature on and off. For now, we'll keep this on. We'll explain this later on down the road. Now, on the top of the screen, you'll find and click on the icon labeled primitives as shown below. Primitives are simple 3D geometric shapes. They're cubes, spheres, cylinders, etc. And they're broken up into 3D, and then to the right of them, there are 2D primitive shapes. All right, we'll get into those in future lessons. Now, click on the primitive shape like a cube. In the workspace, this cube will follow your mouse until you click to set its position. Don't click to place your cube yet. You can set the dimension on your cube before you set it down. Change these, for example, you can see this. Now, place your box wherever you'd like and hit enter. Correct? You're using CAD. Now, let's go back to the side view, fit, like we talked about. Now that you have an object, when you click fit, it zooms in so that your screen only sees that object. It fits the screen. Now, materials and outlines. We have materials and outlines show all the materials and outlines on the object. This tool is right below fit, and it gives you three choices. First, you can do materials and outlines, which you can looks so normal. You can see the blue material and the black outline, or you can do material only. And it takes away the outline, in case you wanted to see what your structure would look like without the outlines. Now, you also have outline. Guess what this does? If you said shows outlines only, you are correct. It takes away the material. Now, make sure you can see both materials and outlines now as we move forward. Click them back on. Outlines of a box will be highlighted green. A new menu will appear at the bottom, as you can see here. Okay. Now, we have in this tool, we have the move, which you can use this in multiple ways. The arrows move your objects in the X, Y, and Z work plane directions, or you can just click and drag. That's another way. You can rotate your object around the axis, or you can click and drag it. And you can move your object in multiple axes at once, as well as you can actually type the dimensions in that you would like it to move, those distances. Our next is scale. This will allow you to scale your object up or down in size based off of uniform scale and non-uniform. Uniform scale scales all sides proportionally, all right, as you can see here. Change the scale by 1. Where non-uniform scale allows you to scale all the sides individually, as you can see here. Right? The next is the hide. Hides the object in case you want to work on multiple layered object to see inside of it or hollow something out and you want the outside to not be there. If you go back to your side view panel, there was that eye there on your work plane. That eye above that will hide or unhide as well. So be careful with that, just so you know. And then you have your materials. Materials, make sure you explore these. It's a lot more advanced with your options compared to Tinkercad. It has a similar feel to SketchUp, to anyone who's played with SketchUp or used SketchUp to design anything. All right. And as you can see, you can change object's material. Make sure you deselect which will apply and overlay. Okay. And then last is your dimension, which I believe this is on Windows and not on Mac. Okay, we're going to stop there. As I stated, this is a recap of our October 7th webinar for 5th and 6th grade. Thank you. Take care.